Like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
Take a look at me and tell me, do you think I like living like this?
Hey, what's cooking, good looking? Welcome back to the channel. Oh, me? I'm doing fantastic is how I'm doing. Although, I do feel a little groggy because we were out partying all night with my boy Unruly. Shout out to Kenny. So I am a little hungover. So bear with me here, guys. I just want to make a quick video about this because it was interesting. But over on Twitter, Street Fighter 6 director and homeboy of the channel, Nakayama-san, he shared something very interesting, and it's in relation to our last two characters for Season 3. Those two characters being Alex and Ingrid. Alex comes out sometime in the spring of next year, and Ingrid comes out supposedly at the end of spring next year. Right, so it seems like we're going to get those two characters really close together, like back to back, before Season 4 is announced. Hopefully that's announced sooner rather than later, you know. It's hard to tell. But Nakayama-san, he shared this on Twitter, and it's a bunch of acrylic standees of some of our Street Fighter 6 characters, right? We've seen these a couple times throughout the years. This is the first time, I think, where we're getting, like, you know, multiple costumes. Usually they're just the default costumes for the characters. Not this time, though. This time we're getting, like, swimsuit costumes, right? We're getting costume 3s for, like, Bison and Elena, right, on the little acrylic stands. And these are really neat. You know, sometimes they have characters that aren't even playable yet, like Bosch. Bosch has his own acrylic stand. And I think Lee Fin, she has one too. The important thing is that if you look at the bottom right here, we get acrylic stands for all the Season 3 characters as well, right? We got one for Sagat, one for Viper, and this artwork, it might look familiar to you because this is the concept art that we get whenever a new character is revealed, right? That's why this Viper standee looks familiar, and that's why this Sagat one looks familiar as well, right? I really like this artwork of Sagat. It really emphasizes how he's this, like, tall, lanky ghoul of a man, if you will, you know? But also, we got the ones for Ingrid and Alex as well, right? So we get another, you know, different look for these two characters, you know. I'm really excited for Alex in particular. I'm a big Alex fan. He's one of my favorite fighting game characters, just period, full stop. Ingrid, I am a known Ingrid hater. You know what? Maybe that's going too far. I don't hate her. I don't have any strong feelings about her either way. I am excited that she's coming to Street Fighter 6, right? Because Street Fighter 6, I don't know what they're putting in the juice there, but any character that's in Street Fighter 6, it instantly becomes like their best version. So I'm looking forward to Capcom changing my mind when it comes to Ingrid, you know? It's just that, you know, as it stands, I don't really like Ingrid that much. We're going to take a look at these stands. We do have individual pictures of them and their designs. Really quick before we get to it, guys, do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe if you guys like fighting game stuff, if you guys like Capcom stuff. Help your boy out, I would appreciate that. We're almost at 3,000 subs. We're dangerously close to 3,000 subs, as it turns out. Help your boy out, I would appreciate that. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but you know what? It would be nice to hit that milestone. Without any further ado, let's talk about Alex first, because god damn, dude. Ooh, this design is so sick, man. I love this design so much. Man, dude. And it's funny because, like, there's very little of it that transfer over from, like, you know, from Alex's previous designs. There's no green in this design at all, right? It's black and red. He got the fur jacket on. Dude, I love the beanie covering the eyebrows. That's an East Coast thing, right? I had a friend from New York. Whenever he would commit crimes, I don't want to, you know, snitch on him, but whenever he would commit crimes, he would cover his eyebrows with his beanie, right? I guess that's an East Coast thing. He says that the eyebrows, that's how you tell, that's like a defining feature of the face. Whatever. Clearly, Alex knows that lesson as well. So the interesting thing about this design for Alex, and we have seen this, you know, since Season 3 has been announced, this is just another look at it. It looks like he has like a red bandana hanging out the back pocket or something like that, right? One thing with Alex, he usually has a lot of flowing cloth on him, right? His bandana, his hair, right? in Street Fighter 5, he had the flannel wrapped around his waist. You know, so there's a lot of flowing movement with his character. And this design, at first it didn't seem like we would get any of that, but that's where that bandana comes in the back, you know. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this design, and that there's a theory floating around out there. I didn't come up with this, but the theory is that Alex is a heel now, right? He's a professional wrestler, right? We all know that. At the end of Street Fighter 3, Alex, he becomes the reigning World Warrior champion, right? And as far as we know, he's still the reigning champion, but people are theorizing because, you know, he's moved away from his green and red palette to this black and red palette, that this is like signifying him becoming a heel, right? So he's the reigning champion, but he's also like a heel wrestler, you know, which makes a lot of sense for Alex. If you know anything about him, like personality wise, he's an asshole. Like, compared to like Luke and like Rashid and all the other main characters of Street Fighter, Ryu, Alex is kind of an asshole, dude. Which is one of the reasons why I like him so much, right? They're like, hey, this is the main character of the Street Fighter 3 games. He's a 90s ass dude. He's kind of a dickhead. There you go. You know, it's different, you know? So if that is the case, he is the reigning champion and he's like a heel. He's like a, you know, he's turned heel and he's like a bad guy wrestler. Oh, dude, that'd be kind of sick, man. I'm not going to lie to you. That'd be kind of sick. I would kind of love that. Hopefully we get the reveal of Alex soon, right? Because spring, it starts the end of March. I don't know, dude. If we don't get a teaser trailer at the Game Awards, maybe we'll get it sometime in January. Who knows? I'm not going to put my money on that, but, you know, it'd be nice. So moving on from Alex, I guess we'll talk about Ingrid. I guess. Fun fact, for whatever reason, there's a lot of people that watch my videos that are Ingrid fans, and they get really angry when I start talking mess about Ingrid, right? It's funny because, like, I don't really... You know, like I said earlier, I don't hate her. I'm just kind of indifferent about her. You know, a lot of people, they like her a lot because Ingrid, she's the goddess of the Street Fighter universe. You know, she's this like time traveler as well. She knows forbidden knowledge of events in the future and stuff, you know, and she knows some things about the past as well because she's this time traveler. She's this goddess, you know. She's implied to be incredibly powerful, one of the strongest characters in the series. It's just that, I don't know, dude. Just because you're a god doesn't mean that I'm gonna, you know, immediately like you as a character, you know? So I am looking forward to just seeing her gameplay trailer in Street Fighter 6. Because I'm getting this feeling that I'm gonna really like how she, you know, her gameplay looks. Because looking at her design, right? She's looking really elegant, right? She's got the little futuristic cape on, right? She's got the intricate design pattern on her clothes. You know what? I am starting to come around to her dumb little Katamari hat, right? She's got this weird space buns, Princess Leia Katamari hat thing going on, you know? I kind of dig it. The more I look at this character, the more I'm at peace knowing that she's imminent, that she's on her way, you know? So, these are the two standees of the two final characters. You know, I'm not gonna stretch this out longer than it needs to be. You know me, dude. I will make a 15-minute video about concept art. You know, that's kind of what this is turning into, man. I love me some concept art. I love seeing the design process, seeing, you know, how we got to the final versions of these characters. You know, it's really fascinating to me. I know this doesn't tickle the fancy of everyone, but you know what? Indulge me for a bit. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Alex? What do you guys think about Ingrid? Do you guys prefer Alex's old school design compared to this? Because I absolutely love this design, dude. I love the story implications of it. I made a whole video about Alex maybe a month or so ago. And I was getting comments like, oh, you know what? They messed up Alex's design. You know, how dare they change his design? He doesn't have any green anymore. It's a key component of Alex. And I'm like, yeah, true. But also his new design is fire. I don't know how to reconcile that, you know? Hopefully, dude, if they take the risk of making Alex a heel character, oh, that'd be so sick, man. I've been playing a lot of Armor King and Tekken 8 lately, who is the heel character of that game. Oh, dude, I would like that a lot. Also, what do you guys think about Ingrid? Are you guys Ingrid haters like me? Or are you guys just enamored with this character. You just can't wait to see her in game. Let me know in the comment section below. I am curious, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.